October 1929, the stock market crashes and $30 billion in stock values disappear. November 1929, President Hoover states any lack in the federal government would be foolish. March 1930, more than 3 million people are unemployed. November 1930, nearly 6,000 people are unemployed and selling apples on street corners. January 1931, Congressman Wright Patman introduces the bonus bill for World War I veterans. February 1931, food riots break out throughout the nation. June 1932, World War I veterans march to Washington with determination to get their bonuses and are rejected by Congress. November 1932, Franklin D. Roosevelt is elected president. Franklin D. Roosevelt provides hope for a frantic nation with wishful thinking like, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. March 1933, the first thing FDR does once in office is announce a 4-day bank holiday. This puts the financial epidemic on hold and gives time to think of a next step. April 1933, the Civilian Conservation Corps is born. October 1933, FDR signs the Civil Works Administration into action. May 1934, a 3-day dust storm sweeps the nation and grabs the attention of both citizens and the government. August 1935, the controversial Social Security Act is signed by FDR. March 1936, photographer Dorothy Lang takes the now famous and historical pictures that depict the Great Depression. November 1936, Franklin Roosevelt is elected president for his second term. January 1937, the United Automobile Workers strike at General Motors plant in Michigan, and the strike eventually turns violent. March 1937, FDR's New Deal programs aren't helping as hoped and unemployment rises. November 1940, Franklin D. Roosevelt is elected as president for a third term. December 1941, World War II strikes and the war effort jump-starts the U.S. industry and effectively ends the Great Depression. Family income. The average family income tumbled 40% from $2,300 in 1929 to just $1,500 4 years later. If you were lucky enough not to lose your job, your salary was cut back immensely. To save money, families neglected dental and medical care. They also planted gardens and canned foods, and also used cardboard for shoe soles. The Great Depression had a huge impact on families. It delayed marriages, and for once in American history, the birth rate was below the replacement level. In New York City, milk consumption went down 1 million gallons a day. The biggest hit of 1932 was Bing Crosby's Brother, Can You Spare Me a Dime? In 1932 through 1933, the U.S. didn't mint nickels due to the low money circulation.